Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently still working on putting our realm back together, but we're incredibly close at this point. We want to get Houseland under our control. We got all of our economic holdings leveled up to level 2, and that is absolutely phenomenal. We're very, very happy to see that. I'm just double checking all of them here. Yes, that does appear to be all of those leveled up. Excellent. So next up, of course, battlements is going to be done in 7 years. We're going to need gold for that, and we would also need gold for getting Houseland under our control. However, this is our brother-in-law. Do we have any claimants? 5 reasons to not do this. We can't send her a gift. It would cost 50 gold in total. Sure, let's think about maybe gifting an artifact. How much opinion would that be? 5 opinion? No, that's not really worth it. Let's just save up 50 gold here. In fact, we might be able to get it from something here. Unfortunately, no, but we can grant vassals to rightful liege, which I guess we can do. And our accolades are kind of messy right now. We should definitely work with our accolades. Actually, 2 of these are currently inactive. Okay, so the most expert of the Mel Spears, I want to immediately reinstate. We'll do that. The Scorpion of Kong North and the Bearer of the Emperor's Mace, we want to hold. So we're going to want to go into our decisions and restore accolades here. Where are we? Here we go. We'll restore accolades. That's fairly expensive. And let's grab Fearful Troops to reduce our men-at-arms maintenance by a little bit. That'll be fine. Cool. So here's an acclaimed champion returning, Scorpion of Kong North. That is perfect. It's the only one. Actually, it could have been Bearer of the Emperor's Mace. Either would be fine. We'll have BU then be that. Okay, so we don't want a successor for Champion of the Aster because I don't think this is a particularly good accolade. So instead, I want to make sure that we've got a successor here. And do we have a successor here? No, we will seek a worthy successor. Who do we get? Eventually one will show up, right? Eventually. And see, this is why I wanted to upgrade the Armored Footmen when I did. You upgrade them when you can, because you don't have to downgrade them. So that's absolutely wonderful. Acclaimed champion candidate arrives. I can see it underneath this pane. Okay, so I guess that didn't actually update. Wait, what? He can be appointed as Bearer of the Emperor's Mace. Okay. In that case, we may want to simply retire this accolade. And we may want to bring back the Bearer of the Emperor's Mace. There we go. And we would need a successor for that. But that puts us at 9 of 9 over here. Yep, that looks much better in terms of all of our accolades there. I'd love to have a successor here. And actually, we've got Diara at this point for Scorpion of Kong North. That seems good. I would like a successor for the Bearer of the Emperor's Mace. As of right now, there is none of those. Okay, now we've got 53 gold at this point. What that means is we want to invite this lady to court by giving her some gold. Now that's going to boost up our stress level. Now we'll invite her to court. Okay, we had a son. That is fine. Can we drop our stress level here? We could work off some stress. Do it. 30 stress for each of these. Done. We had a mental break, and we're going to go on a drinking binge again, as usual. And we could also indulge in drink. That'll be fine for now. Losing some additional stress there. So, now she should be at our court, and we can declare war on this guy pressing her claims. On the duchy? What? She should have a kingdom level claim. She's a claimant here. Maybe we can't press her kingdom level claim because it's an unpressed claim and or she's female. I'm not 100% certain why it's not letting us do that. I would expect to be able to press her kingdom level claim if we can press any claim. Okay, that's kind of wild, to be honest. Sure. In that case, we may just want to do a title usurpation. Okay, the most expert of the Mel Spears already had a successor. That was fast. No doubt about it. And that is this guy here. So we need a new successor, Mayor Jula. Okay, he was skill 11, so we'll just go on down here. Mayor Jula. Perfect. And we'll put that guy in as the most expert of the Mel Spears. Now, Scorpion of Kong North has a successor, and Bearer of the Emperor's Mace does not have a successor. Okay. Now, we can declare on Houseland. Absolutely. We can seize a de jure duchy, like the Duchy of Noop. And I guess we could do this piecemeal. I guess. I mean, I'm not happy about it, but we can. We'll raise up our men-at-arms, and we'll raise up some levy troops. Not very many of them. Like 2,000 should be sufficient. And then we'll get these guys in here, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Let's get in there and stack wipe this force. Beautiful. So we, of course, have a very high-quality army here, and we just absolutely massacre them. That's great. 4 months left on this siege. Do we have a siege commander here? What a waste of gold. Okay. Do we have a siege commander here? And yes, I know our legitimacy is dwindling at this point. It's very, very sad. The Bearer of the Emperor's Mace needs a worthy successor. Yes, indeed it does. We just can't do anything about that until 1095. So that is fine. So we're going to finish up the siege of their capital. This could end the war, but that's reliant on captures. 91? Okay. For now, that's relatively okay. We're at 101 gold at this moment. And we're just going to get this taken over. And then we've got these 4 counties. What I'd really like to do is use this claimant, but sadly that doesn't appear to be an option. Ooh, minting new coinage. Now, we're going to debase the coinage with inexpensive nickel. We're going to gain stress because we're honest, but we'll also gain 300 gold. And that's perfect. So our marshal here is going to be this guy. Looks great. And we've got 50 days left on this siege. The siege will end the war. So if we have to conquer this piecemeal, we'll do it piecemeal. It's very rude that we have to do it piecemeal, but nevertheless, here we are. So, war is over, and we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. There we go. Now, we have too many titles. We don't want to hold this ourselves. So that seems absolutely A-okay. We could usurp this kingdom. The question is, do we really want to? Now, this guy's at minus 121 reasons for vassalage. 50 of those is we recently waged war. An additional 25 is our low legitimacy. An additional 14 is his opinion. Okay, so I think that caps out at like 30. So we could get a delta of like 46 reasons there. I'm going to start swaying him. Okay, we'll get going on that while we are truced. In the meantime, of course, I want to think about down over here in Damat. This is a kingdom tier realm. Surely no claimants want to come to our realm, right? 85 reasons, and then we're in children. Okay, so that's unlikely to happen. We could just continue to press our borders via duchy conquers. This is very expensive in prestige. And I don't know if we want to do that, to be honest. He'll accept my alterations or else. Okay, there we go. So that is all relatively fine. We knew exactly how to convince him. So this guy's feudal taxes to us go up, as does our dread, and that is fantastic. I want to check in. Are we currently fully endorsed? No, we're not. Our realm priest is not fully endorsing us. We're losing a lot of money out of that. Okay, that is absolutely noted. This guy is, yeah, we'll take 40 gold. Absolutely. That's great. We do want to be saving up money right now. An unpressed claim on the Empire of Mali? Hilarious. Okay, so we want to get battlements as soon as possible. That's 6 years out right now, and communal government is the exposure. That's really good. That's really good. Checking in on Warodugu, we're at 21 there right now. I don't want to spend gold on this. But otherwise, this is fine. We're going to need that gold very badly. We just inherited this Jamana, which is out over here. We're going to need to grant that back out. We don't want to hold that ourselves. So that is perfect. There's a faction created against us, and this is apparently actually a powerful faction. It's a Liberty faction. Okay, so this guy's the primary problem. Can we do anything about him? Quite possibly. We have a bunch of daughters, but we can't marry them directly to him. He's the wrong faith. We can't demand his conversion either, so we'll have to go after this guy instead. So this guy, what does he have? Mediocre options here, but we definitely do have some things that we can do. Like, for example, this. That should pull him out of the faction, and that will solve this for the time being. Looks good. Yes, showing this Fama and their 55 gold. Beautiful. We just unlocked Creme de la Creme. Okay. Interesting. I already had that. I don't know why it pops up every game, but it does. Sure. That's absolutely fine. We're at 712 gold right now. We're going to need a lot more than that. Ah, our Hogan is now fully endorsing us. He is now impressed. Perfect. So that looks good. No problem there. We're going to continue to work on swaying our our brother-in-law out over here. I'd love to offer him vassalage. That recently waged war malice is a big part of this. Almost half. Our low legitimacy is also a bit of a problem. This is the lady who has the claim to the kingdom of Houseland. I'd love to press her claim. Unfortunately, we can't exactly do that. It's not an option. We'll keep her around in case it becomes an option, but I'm willing to bet it won't. This war was invalidated. Yeah, they did not want to continue the war when it was against us. Fair enough. I would not want to fight us right now either. Maybe like the Byzantines would be able to pull it off. Potentially France. Probably not France, actually. Yeah, Great Moravia might potentially, depending on how well set up they are in their men-at-arms. I think the Byzantines are the ones who would really be able to threaten us, though. And even then, it would be a difficult fight for them. Very, very difficult. I think that it would be probably too difficult. They wouldn't want to take it. They could maybe pull it off. It's like a 40% chance. Something along those lines. We're going to get gold from our Writs of Honor. That does trade a bunch of prestige here. We also became a hunter, which is fine. Do not aggrandize yourself. Okay, so we do want to attack Houseland again, but we are, of course, truced there. And we're just saving up our gold at this time. We don't really have the prestige to go after anybody out over here. Our legitimacy is trending downward, which is not necessarily great. This guy's claims are not ideal. I want to check in on Maghrebian claimants. 160 reasons. Yeah, you're the heir. Okay, not a lot going on there. I'm not shocked about that. Is France an empire tier realm? No, that's a kingdom tier realm. Okay. I would have thought they would be able to create the de jure Empire of Francia at this point, but maybe not quite. We'll lose a little bit more stress. That seems good. We're making a lot of gold right now, and that is absolutely phenomenal. We want to get these upgrades going as soon as possible, right? The question is, do we want to spend on upgrading some of these buildings? That's something we could do. Absolutely. 374 gold here. I kind of want to get these upgrades done. The faster these get done, the better off we are. So we'll get these going. We're going to need the gold, but it's a worthwhile investment. We'll get going on that. So we want to get these all maxed out, and then we'll get to work on our castles as soon as the economic buildings are all maxed. So there's a fair amount of these that still need to be done, right? In fact, there's quite a lot of them. Some of them have auto-upgraded a little bit, but not nearly as much as I wish they had. That's for sure. Sure, we'll pay the royal court a visit. What do we got going on here? 3 court grandeur, 75 prestige. Sounds good. Successful wound treatment. Your liege is paying for our carpet. For sure. We're going to gain 50 gold from that. And 50 gold is, of course, going to be very useful for us. We can extort our subjects, and we absolutely want to do this. Oh, I think that we may have just lost legitimacy. I meant to summon the physician for that event, but whatever. Actually, this is not going to cause us to lose legitimacy. Why take a little when we can take a lot? And that is absolutely fantastic. We're really, really happy to have that kind of gold flow coming in. We're going to upgrade hospices here. We're going to upgrade forestry here. So that gets us 2 additional constructions done. We're very pleased about that. This hospice upgrade is going to be next. We're missing 195 gold for that. We'll make our way through these upgrades reasonably quickly. Summon the physician. A soft approach is indeed best. Okay. Now, what is our court physician doing right now? You are currently on regular duties? Okay. Why don't you just control plague? Is that realm-wide? I want to check up over here. Yes, that's realm-wide. Beautiful. So that is really, really solid when we're this size. No doubt about that. Alms. Are there no sick houses? This is only giving us a negative to our piety. I'm okay with that. We're not compassionate, so that event isn't nearly as bad as it was in the past. That's absolutely great. How are things going with our negotiations with this guy? I mean, he's at war right now. What is this for? Claim on the Kingdom of Houseland. Who are you? You're within the Duchy of Gobier. Okay. I'm not sure how that's going to go. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm not too concerned necessarily about it, but for the time being, it's probably okay. These infirmaries are going to be done in 2 months, looks like. Maybe there's something to it. 50% chance of losing 62 stress, and it worked. Now, that does reduce our income, which is not necessarily ideal, but are there no sick houses? Indeed. Lots and lots of alms events happening. So, taking a look at this guy is definitely going to lose this war. Okay. So, she is currently a vassal in the Kingdom of Houseland. Noted. I'm going to get rid of this sway scheme. And I'm going to immediately start working on swaying her. So we'll get started on that, and we'll start working that up. Now, we're at 9 out of 10 domain, actually. So we should revoke this title here. We'll revoke that back. Perfect. Bandama is under our control. Next up, of course, we want to get this hospices upgrade going, and we'll definitely do that. So that's looking great. Checking in over here, we're at 21 development. In Kong North, we are at 21 development. So that's looking solid. Both of these are growing. Do we want this Farba to become our rival? No, we're going to lose stress instead. Why would we choose to have a rival when we could lose stress? Rivals are just likely to kill us, so I would prefer not to do that. Absolutely. So, we're just waiting on this siege to wrap up, right? That's going to be 12 months. Wow, that's a heck of a siege. Okay, they just had a really good siege event that ate up like half of it. So that's solid for them. No doubt about it. But I do want to continue to upgrade out over here. So that pretty much means something like this. Hello, what are these wars? Tripolitania invasion of the Kingdom of Africa? And the Jaridi conquest? This we control war target on. This we need to deal with. Okay, we're going to raise all of our men-at-arms. And are we going to need levy troops? We'll need a few, I think. We'll get going on that. So our men-at-arms will show up soon. We're going to have somewhere around 2,000 levy troops. This is perfect. Okay. So we're just going to walk in over here. They're running away from us. No shockers there. This is... Where is the goal here? The war goal is this? I'm confused. Defender controls war target. This must be occupied by the the Alglobid Emirate here, right? Yes. Okay, that's cool. So we're going to bring these guys around over here, and we're going to get control of this back. There's this force up over here. They're not much of a force. Okay. We, of course, need to eliminate these wars. So getting out of these wars is our top priority. This will probably generate us some gold. I'm going to station besiegers here, and we're going to walk up here and fight the Emirate of Jared. This is going to end this war, I think. Yes, so this war's over. We're going to get 143 gold out of that. So that's solid. I want to walk up over here and fight these guys. That's not their primary force. But while we're there, I want to start upgrading this monastery with that gold. So that'll be absolutely fine. We're going to eliminate this force and siege this back. They are running away from us. That's very rude. Checking in over here, they're walking this way. Sure, that seems absolutely fine. Okay, show in this guy and his 105 gold. Absolutely. Our heir is currently unmarried. This is our heir. He became a skilled tactician. I thought for sure we had told him to be on stewardship focus. It's not the biggest of deals, but it is mildly awkward. He's skill 12 stewardship, which is not bad. We can find him a spouse who is high stewardship. Someone like this. Yes, that's okay. So I want to come down over here. I want to fight this force, ideally. Okay, we're able to catch them. Perfect. Successful sway there. Looks very solid. Okay, now I want to walk down here and siege. We're at minus 7% on this. I don't want to lose legitimacy here. Development loss? I mean, the development will come back. Where is the Jamana of Moreau? We probably don't care about that all that much. The only justice is my justice. Indeed. So that seems fine. We're going to get these back under control. This will be absolutely okay. Root them out. Absolutely. So we have a new stewardship perk available. Let's take Avaricious. There we go. That's going to boost up our income somewhat, which is great. And these guys are almost done with their siege here. I'd like to head up over this way and start up a slow siege there while we take over Bramir here. So we're at 1% war score right now. Are there no sick houses? And we're just going to slow siege up here. I'm going to split this force, and we're going to put half of them down over here. Checking in on these guys, I have no idea where they've gone. Okay. That's fine. As long as they're not up here killing our siege force, we're happy. This is absolutely okay. Nothing else that they do matters in any meaningful way. Our friend died, and that brought up our stress level, which brings up our income level. I like it. We just won this siege, and we're going to walk over and siege the capital of Tripolitania. Beautiful. Our Chancellor has impressed our vassal. Looks good. We're at 263 gold right now. Is that enough to get any of these upgrades going? Well, let's check through every single one of these locations that is not constructing. That's maxed. We don't quite have enough here. We need 179 more, but we can upgrade this forestry. Let's get that going. Beautiful. Oh, they spawned a force here in both of these locations. Interesting. Well, that's kind of convenient. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave these guys here, and these guys are going to be the ones that move forward so that we can eliminate this peasant uprising. Unfortunately for us, the peasant uprising spawned in all of the locations we want to siege. Which is mildly awkward, to be sure. Okay, so the peasant uprising is dealt with. We take over their siege, so that is absolutely okay. The spy master is going to be replaced. Looks good. Cool. So this siege is going to be finished very, very shortly. That is now under our control. Well, now under our control. And we're going to move them up here. This siege is basically done. So we're just going to take this over. And I think sieging their capital should end this war. It's already over. Okay. We'll enforce these demands. He'll accept this, but he'll have to think about it first. So it'll take a moment. Okay. So be it. A stiff drink does solve most problems. We'll disband all of our troops. We're no longer at war, and we gained a bunch of gold out of that. Our legitimacy is still mediocre. No doubt about it. Our wife is bearing our child. That is absolutely great. And we are going to upgrade farms and fields here. We're going to upgrade carvers' guilds as well. So we're making solid progress on that. Now, I believe she's taken over Houseland. Yeah, and she even got some extra territory there. Well, I'm wondering about claimants now. Interesting. So this is a player heir. 250 reasons not to do this, primarily because he's his liege's child and champion. Yeah, Houseland is very awkward. 170 reasons not to do this because she is a Grand Magagia. Yeah, this is very awkward. They got a bunch of extra territory from us there. That does it. We're saving up the gold. May you grow to be strong and wise, my daughter. We can pay the ransom for our vassal. We're absolutely not going to do this. Prisoners can be ransomed. This is 30 gold. This is 10 gold. Okay. When can we sell trivial titles? 1100 and 1101. So November. That's going to be a while. Okay, so we need to usurp the Kingdom of Houseland title. There's no way around it at this point. That absolutely needs to happen. So that means we need 500 gold. I was hoping to avoid paying that 500 gold, but at this point, it's gotta happen. This is incredibly rude, and it cannot be allowed to stand. That is all. However, it is time to put a cut in right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do... Really? You're raiding us? Okay. No. You don't get to raid us. This is not allowed. We're on speed 1 right now. Let's move forward a little faster than that. But they do not get to raid us. Period. End of story. Get out of here. Okay. We will disband our army here, and there we go. Now, next episode, we are dealing with Houseland. Period. End of story. This ransom is acceptable. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. And Houseland is going to be subsumed into the hole.